Hey guys, it's Dr. Brown with Kubo Math coming to you from Tarlac City, Philippines. And tonight it's 5th and 6th grade exponents. So let's get after it. So we had a session today with one of the young men. He's in the 5th grade. And this was the subject that he's studying. So kudos out to the Philippine 5th graders. They're kicking butt, learning some new skills. And they were learning exponents. So let's say we have 3 to the 2nd power. This guy right up here is the exponent. And what it means is the number that it's above, you're multiplying that number times itself that many times. So in this case, we would have 3 times itself 2 times. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 squared equals 9, or 3 to the 2nd power is 9. Okay? What if we had 2 to the 3rd power? It's 2 times itself 3 times. So that would equal 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So 2 to the 3rd power is 8. Now then, what if I have, let's say 2 to the 3rd power times 2 to the 2nd power? Okay, let's just look at, I'll put the eraser over this guy. 2 to the 3rd power, we know that's 2 times itself 3 times. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. Now that's times 2 to the 2nd power. Well, 2 to the 2nd power, let me hide this guy. That is 2 times 2. 2 times itself 2 times. So what do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's, which is 2 to the 5th power. Now there's a rule, I'm a rules guy, that says if I have a to the m, a is just some number, could be 2, 3, 5, a million, it's some number. A to the m times a to the n. So you'll notice m is my exponent. A is the base. So a raised to the m exponent times that same number raised to an n times. M could be 2, n could be 5, don't know. But it equals a to the m plus n. Oh, hey, there's some power to that. Earlier we said, well, 2 to the 3rd was 2 times 2 times 2. 2 to the 2nd was 2 times 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gave me 2 to the 5th. I could have said, okay, I have 2 to the 3rd power times 2 to the 2nd power. Oh, in this case, m is 3, n is 2. So I can take and say, well, that means that's 2 to the 3 plus 2, and that equals 2 to the 5th. Okay, all right, that's a nice rule. I don't have to do all of this, and I'm sure that's where his teacher is going, but I did show him the rule, and we used it. Okay, but what if, so I'm going to write this rule up here. I have a, oh, my marker is about to go out. Let's get another one while we can. Excuse me just a moment. Okay, I have a, oh, that's a good marker, a to the m times a to the n, and that equals a to the m plus n. Okay. All right. Now then, what if I have, let's say, 2 to the third power divided by 2 to the second power, let's say. Now we said earlier 2 to the third power means 2 times itself 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2. That's 2 to the third power. 2 times itself 3 times. Divided by 2 times itself 2 times. So 2 times 2. Okay. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. 2 divided by 2? 1. It leaves me 2. I wonder if there's a different way to do that. Let's try it though on another one. What if I had the opposite of that? I had 3 to the fourth power divided by 3 to the second power. Let's see if we can do this same thing. Okay, that's 3 times itself. How many times? 4. Hopefully everyone was screaming into the monitor. 4. Okay, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times itself 4 times. Divided by 3 to the second power. That's 3 times itself. How many times? 2. Okay, 3 times 3. 3 times itself 2 times. Now, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 times 3 is 3 to the second power, and that equals 9. 3 times itself 2 times. Well, isn't there a better way to do that? You'll notice earlier when we multiplied these, we added the exponents. Oh, maybe if I divide, I can subtract the exponents. Let's see. Let's see if that works out. Okay, we had 2 to the 3 divided by 2 to the 2. We had that earlier, and we said that was 2 times 2 times 2. That's 2 to the third divided by 2 times 2. We said those 2's cancel, and that left us with 2, which 2 by itself is 2 to the first power. We just don't write that first, that 1 down, but it's assumed to be there. So let's try this. Let's try taking 2 to the 3 minus the exponent here. 2 to the 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. That equals 2 to the first power, which is 2. All right, so the rule, I'm about to sneeze. All right, the rule for division, if I have a to the m divided by a to the n, that equals a to the m minus n. Okay, now if you forget the rule, I would encourage you to not do that. We could still do this like we did earlier, 3 to the fourth divided by 3 to the second. That's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times itself 4 times, divided by 3 times itself 2 times. That cancels, and I end up with 3 to the second power. Let's try this up here. We have a to the m divided by a to the n, and that equals a to the m minus n. Okay, in our case, we have 3 to the 4 minus 2 equals, 4 minus 2 is 2. I have 3 to the second power. Oh, looky there. That's exactly what I had earlier. So these are two of the exponential rules of exponents that you can use to solve a little bit quicker, because I know some students are really into speed. Of course, you want to get it correct first and then learn better ways to do. Do this to start with until you get comfortable with it, and then remember the rules and then start using those. There is one more rule. A to the 0 equals 1. Any number raised to the 0 power is 1. If I have 5 to the 0, that's 1. 10 to the 0 is 1. 1 million, billion, whatever that number is, raised to the 0, that's 1. Doesn't matter. Okay? All right. Now then, so those are our three rules. And you can see why this one would work. Let's take 3 cubed, 3 to the third power, divided by 3 to the third power. Now, if I had a divided by a, we would say, well, that's 1, because it's the same number. If I have 5 divided by 5, that's 1. If you say 0, I'm coming to your house. Okay, so a number divided by itself is 1. So if I have this number divided by itself, that would equal 1. But how does this work out? If we have this rule right here, we're saying I have 3 raised to the third power minus this power here. Oh, that's why it works out. Okay, now I have 3 raised to the 3 minus 3, which is 0, and that equals 1. And it should, because this number is divided by itself. Now, you know when you divide something, just a simple rule here. If I have 10 divided by 2, now we know that equals 5. But it says that number times this number should give me that number. So when I joke with you and say, okay, you have 5 divided by 5, if you say 0, I'm coming to your house, because I get told that a lot. What's 5 divided by 5? Oh, it's 0. Well, no. How? 0 times 5 is me 0. So this has to equal 1, because 1 times 5 gives me 5. Okay? Same with these fractions over here with the exponents. You can go ahead and do this and let it end up being 0. Some number to the 0 ends up being 1. Okay, let's just work a few problems here. Now we have 3 to the second power plus 6. How would we work that? Well, it's 3 times itself 2 times. 3 times 3 plus 6. I'm going to put a parentheses about that. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 6 equals 15. Okay, nothing magical there. 3 to the second power plus 3. Okay, I have 3 times itself 2 times plus 3. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 3 equals 12. Okay. 2 to the third power minus 5. Whoa, 2 times itself 3 times, 2 times, let me write that a little bit larger. 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times itself 3 times, minus 5. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. 8 minus 5 equals 3. Okay? Hey, you guys are doing good here. All right, 2 to the 4th power times 2 to the 2nd power. Oh, hey, looky here. We have a to the m times a to the n. You'll notice it's not 2 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd. These numbers are the same, just like a and a are the same. So I can take 2 to the 4 plus 2 equals 2 to the 6th. Now, how can I do that the old way? We had 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That equals 2 to the 6th power. Much easier to do with the rule than all of this. However, to get it in your head, it's okay. Do that, but just know there is a rule that would allow us to do this easier. Okay, what else we have here? Oh, what about 2 to the 4th divided by 2 to the 2nd? Well, we have that rule right there. Hopefully you're going, there's the rule. Okay, it equals a to the m divided by a to the n. You can see it's hot in this room. A to the m divided by a to the n is a to the m minus n. So 2 to the 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So I end up with 2 to the 2nd power. Now we could have said, well, 2 to the 4th power over 2 to the 2nd power. 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So that's 16 divided by 2 to the 2nd power is 2 times 2, which is 4. 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Well, 4 is 2 to the 2nd power. Okay. Know the rules. Know those 3 rules. A to the 0. Any number raised to the 0 is 1. A to the m times a to the n is a to the m plus n. And then if you have a to the m divided by a to the n, it's a to the m minus n. Those are your 3 rules. Keep studying, studying, studying. So the Philippine Tarlac City group here in the 5th grade, kicking butt, and they're doing a good job learning, trying to expand their mind. So good, good for them. They're doing a good job. So that's all for now. Study, 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 study the rules. And why are we doing this? So that together we can build a better tomorrow. So, and we're going to do that through math. That's all for now, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.